Spec Summit in Nashville, Tennessee. Exciting to be here. It's a great city, a great venue. It's all about building the ecosystem of companies coming together to collaborate and try to solve some really dynamic and challenging problems, kind of while keeping spec-first approach in mind.
The biggest problem we faced as a business that really Specright has solved for us is just not having accurate specs or not having access to those specs.
And I think that was the moment when we realized we don't have an easy, streamlined way to pull this data together and give it to somebody new.
The engineers in each facility were taking their time writing 40, 50, 60-page specifications every time we bought a piece of equipment. And that's a huge waste of time.
And it was really at the right moment in time that Specright was talking to us, because then they were able to say, instead of doing this over the course of 6 months, you could have pulled all this information out in one report and it would have been done, in a day.
The need to have this specification data is a must now, because there's regulations coming. They're different in every state, they're different by country. It's simply no longer manageable if you're not managing your specification data.
I like to see real black and white numbers. So for me, it's how can I measure either, I don't want to say headcount reduction, but can I free up time for some of our employees to do different things so they can be more productive?
That's where Specright has really gave us a benefit on the time that our engineers can spend actually doing engineering work and working with the production teams in our plants.
When companies use a spec-first approach, it really transforms their business. And so one of the common things we see is an increased speed to market. Another one is quality. A simple way of avoiding waste and avoiding wasting money is to have good quality and to make things right every time. You can only do that if you're managing your specifications.
It's always great to see how other people are using the system here at the summit and getting different viewpoints, seeing a system where you might say, oh, that's really cool, how do we put that in?
The organic conversations that are just happening after presentations of, hey, I'm in the same spot you are, or I heard you say this and we can relate to that. What's your advice, or where are you at? And here's what we learned from our experience.
You can also learn about new innovations on the roadmap. So if you're already an existing customer and want to see how to get more value out of what you're implementing for Specright, it's the best way to do so.
And you're going to be able to take that back to your company and make your company better. So it's going to be a win-win.
No one company is going to solve sustainability or supply chain complexity. And so it's really critical that we bring people together to really have a discussion. And I think as a company, we do a lot of learning here. And we do a lot of listening that goes right back into our product to make sure we're enabling people to make amazing things.
I think the biggest challenge we have is how do we step it up again next year?